and welcome to another episode of Motorsport Manager Levingston Motors. 2 races to go. We're 80 points clear in the drivers. Tiosta gaining 1 point on Engelhardt in the last race. Engelhardt could have won the last race had he not gone wide and lost about 10 seconds of bloody time. Good for him. As for the team standings, the constructors, we are up by 52 points. I think we gained 11, either 9 or 11 points more over the last race because Silver made a mistake. One of their drivers went on dries when it was still wet, which was completely stupid. But we gained heavily on that one. A few things have happened as well. First thing that happened was, well, technically this was second, but who cares? We had a merchandising opportunity with a drinks company. We get $1 million for that. Max Porter goes down by 10, but we don't care because it'll go after the next race anyway, and Chairman's happened as well. So we might as well take the $1 million. Whereas we also got a new sponsor. I'd like to get a fixed pay per race sponsor, but unfortunately the one that I did get, 2 were all up front only, 1 was per race. It was a 2-star sponsor which didn't give me a lot of money, so taking this upfront payment was worth it by a large margin because we get a lot of money that way, and it does set up pretty nicely for next season. We have got a new set of brakes, but we're not going to use it. We're just using it for next season if we're still in this league. Parts are going to be the same because I can't improve them anymore. I know gearbox I can't, even with risky parts. I don't know about my my suspension. Okay, I can. In fact, I can improve it for the last race. But I think it'll take too long. Plus, if that'll be for next season. I mean, our car is 8th now, but you know, next season we might not even be in this league. So that's fine. There is a difference with this track. It's I know what bit it is, but I can't point to it. There's no face camera out. It's that bit. The other track, it goes that way. So this extra turn, which might work to our advantage, but there's meant to be rain here, and it's notorious for crashing, so Engelhardt will probably crash with the title on the line, pretty much. But I'm actually going to race strip now, so I don't forget. And I will see you for the race. We'll take Engelhardt's down to 65% because of the nose perk, but Porter's only hangs on with 75%. So that's what we're going to do there. And I will see you for the race. Hello? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. 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 Alright, okay. Alright. See you tomorrow. Bye. That is the end of practice. The good news for Engelhardt is that his setup is 99%. That is the highest I've ever gotten. Porter's setup was a bit all over the place though, but we easily got the top 2 again. Tiosta there, getting a fast time as well, but his teammate getting in the middle of the pack. Vexal are the same with both of their cars, so that could be a good sign for us because of course Firebird and Zampelli are the teams we are fighting against. Engelhardt not getting much faster than his teammate, even with the rate stripping already in place. So his gap, you know, he gets some performance as well, so his gap is higher than normal. So there is rain. That's 3 lines, which is... I think 2 is light rain, 3 is like rain, like proper rain, but then 4 is like storm, basically, because there is like a 4-liner. I think we saw that last time on Milan. So there's a chance that's going to wet. But I am going to go light-footed on softs, because if the start of this race, it's like 5 laps on softs. Porter can do 6 to 8, so we need light-footed to make sure we can push. And you on nurse, because we have weight stripped. Yes, we have. But as Porters I've got right in the end. What I didn't say this. What is the track layout of this? Track A, right. The Track F setup is a lot different. Well, quite a bit different to Track A, to this track. So you see 99%. We're going to go Black CA. Softs, because we're only going to be out for what, 5-6 laps at most. So 8 laps of fuel so we can push, but that will lighten up his car. 98% for Porter, so we've actually got 2 very good setups here. So someone's going to crash. It's pretty bad a race for crashing this one. Black CA. Soft, even he's got the traits so we can push with them. Once again, 8 laps of fuel. I don't know for sure, obviously, if we're going into the wets. So if you're going on full on wets, you want to come in on that 2nd bar or the 3rd bar. If it's inters, you want to come in halfway through the 1st bar, because by the time you get out the pits, we'll go into the 2nd bar. So it's perfect weather for winters. So 2 good setups. I don't normally get them that high, so can't complain at all. Weight stripping in place. Driver strategy will be, of course, attack, overtake. I'm going to go full heather here. Engelhart should have a pretty good gearbox with that weight stripping involved. Because it's what, 25 times 115. Is that right? That's completely wrong. Yeah, 446 and 416. So our gearbox now with the weight stripping it should be pretty good. I know when I did my private playthrough, my first playthrough, I got a gearbox at 630, I think it was, and that was top of the league. And that was after 5 seasons. So for this one, it should be around 450, 500 mark. I think. That's my guess. And obviously, we're pretty much there with Engelhart. That's my guess. But on with the race. Gorga's actually... Santana's actually overtaken Gorga in the standings. That is embarrassing. Zampelli with the 2nd best car on the grid. A disastrous season for them. They would have harbored hopes of going straight back up, and they're like 7th overall out of 10. Nick Chu can only do so much, I guess. Porter now in 17th thanks to that 2 good races from him. People on the mediums, I don't think that's the way to go. Some people on bad form, including Porter, that's not good. I don't understand why Porter's form is so low. He's not far behind Engelhart in practice. He's come 2nd and 1st. Like, this is the best part of his career, of his season. I was just form 3. Come on, game. The form is just so random. I hate it. But it is 5 red lights for 2nd Russian Grand Prix of the season. Porter off to a bad start, but I think Batista will get stuck behind Bananen, who has also had a bad start. Engelhart up into 19th, past the Oster straight away. Batista's on one. Ooh, what happened there? The 2 Firebird cars really slowed down there. They're miles behind. They've caught up now because we're all just slowed down there. Porter. See, Engelhart's catching up now. I think his gearbox is better. So I think that lets him to catch up. But his brakes are poorer. So going into the corners, he struggles. But once he comes out of it, he can really make some ground. Porter fighting with Bananen here. We are fighting in the constructors. Engelhart making a move on his teammate. who slows him down so the Oster gets past him. That is not good news for Engelhardt. He'll be quite unhappy with Porter with that one. Porter now must hold up the Oster so Engelhardt can get past him. Lap 2. That's still into weather. Oh god. Engelhardt falling down again. Porter gets a position out of that. Engelhardt trying to make a move on the Firebirds. He does so, but the Oster gets past Gerard. Gerard gets past Porter. Going crazy here. But we're not getting much, which isn't great. People are stopping to not pushing anymore, which isn't the best move because you're going to have to go into Inters soon enough. Engelhardt's going to fall into 20th. Are you kidding me? Come on. Ah, here we go. Engelhardt might get past the Oster here. He's calmed down his tyres a bit. We will go high. Ah, it's going wet. It's going wet. So I think staying on dries for a lap, coming onto wets is the better move. Last time I tried going into and then wets, we lost time. Okay. The problem is, will it stay wet? Keep pushing with our tyres because don't need to last a few more laps. The rain's here now. Oh, we need wet tyres. It's into for 2 laps and then wet, so we need wet tyres. We need to come on to wets. So Engelhardt is dropping, I think. The Aston and Thomas not had a great start actually. But that's what the spec engines does. You just see people coming around the outside and going past everybody. Because everyone else is having to brake because of the car in front. Right. Engelhardt down to 15th. Now you're fine for fuel. And now in the pits, he's... Oh, is he going inters or wets? If he's going on inters, we probably should go on inters if the AI are doing it. Right. They're both on 46% tyre wear. No, not inters. No. We need wets. Yeah, they've gone on inters. I don't think that's going to benefit them though, because it's going to be wet weather for a few laps at least. Some people are attacking with the tyres, but I don't want to do that because it's wet. Well, the guy on inters are miles behind. Okay. I think Porter's going to come in for wets. This might be a bit early. This might be a bit early. The question is, are people going for inters or wets here? They're going for wets, so that's alright then. Well, the guy with inters I've gone ahead of us. So that might be the right strategy, but they have got to pit again, don't forget. But I think last time we tried that, going on to inters and then wets, we actually did lose time. So I don't have faith in that strategy. Yeah, he's fine because he's going into the pits. He shouldn't crash from that. Mistake on the tyre again. Great. Only 1.6 seconds. That's not awfully bad. Porter. Inter 14th, Engelhardt in 15th. I think we're roughly where we were. I think Engelhardt has dropped because of the tyre mistake. 1.69. He won't even be. Well, actually, won't be even with Porto anyway. So it's not a big deal. Just as miles ahead though. How's he got there? Okay. The question is now, it is apparently going to dry. Is it going to be inters or wet? Or dry? Will it be inters or will it be dry? Yeah, at the minute Diaz is really getting on the... The thing is, if he pushes too hard on those wets, he might have to come in too early. So he won't get the right tyre coming out. We'll see what happens. They're still on the inters. They're going to start losing time now. It's getting into wet weather. Vexalo doing really well because they're winning this race, but they got a pit again, so we don't know where we're doing with the teams. In fact, Firebird are pretty far behind us in the standings. Them winning this race, team-wise, isn't a big of a deal. It's Engelhardt at Asaruri. Because that final race is going to be a killer. I never do well on America without a stupidly OP gearbox. Is that guy behind me attacking? He is. Well, if that's how you want to play it, Gorgie boy, that's how we'll play it. Look, I'm going to actually start being easy on my fuel. Because it's going to actually dry quickly as well from the looks of it. So some people might come on to like dries too early if it is going to dry. So I think playing a longish game here is going to be the better idea. Who went on the inters? Was it Antonov? It must be because his tyre wear is better. Antonov and Thomas, and they've come up back behind us. So I don't think they're getting much time out of that, if anything. Well, I don't know if they've lost time or not. Now, team-wise, now we're not really losing that much ground. It's silver. And if Engelhardt gets past Lamb, yeah, that we can take. If things stay as they are, I mean, drivers, it sucks. But, you know, team, we don't really care. I mean, it's Santa Ana in first, so she's going to slow people down once they catch up to her. But we are playing a long game here. We need to see if that's going to be into weather or dry. I think it's going to be dry. It's going to dry. So we need to be careful with our tyre wear here. Want these wets to last as long as possible. To be perfectly honest, we are trying to get past Lamb, which is important for the constructors, but it might let Gorgie through. There we go. We're past Lamb. He might be conserving. No, he's doing normal. So we're not really looking to overtake people here. We're just looking to, I mean, you know, the top three all getting the same amount of points at the minute. We're just looking to conserve our tyres. Really. And now I'm pissing myself, I will be back. right, where were we? So it is going to dry, it's going to dry. We want, lap 13, it's going to go to inters. Laps. So we need 4 laps of fuel. I think 4 to 5 laps is what we need. So I think Porter's pitting in. Yeah, I think Porter's pitting in 4 laps. I think going on to dries. You see, you got the bar on. Oh, so the next bar is wet. The bar after that is wet, but then the bar after that is inters. We want to go in on the bar after that one, which is a bit lower again. I think that's when you're on a pit. I think that's like 15. So 4 to 5 laps. So Porter is going to have to be careful. Engelhardt is going to have to... So I think some people here are going to have to pit too early. I think. So you're going to go into the inters and then have to pit again. I mean, we're not really losing much ground on the cars ahead of Porter because I think they're probably doing similar things to us. Oh, Engelhardt's getting close, so we will start pushing with him a bit. Plus, this will help save on condition for Porter, so we can push at the end on dry. If you can get past him, it's your problem, mate. Just in 4th, he's still a bit off the lead, but it is like Santa Ana, so she'll lose it. Okay. Good normal. Right, the rain's stopped, more or less. So we're now starting to thinking about when to pit. Engelhardt all over the back of Porter. I'm not going to let him through though. If Engelhardt wants to get past, he can get past on his own. Justice really catching the leader. Oh shit, hang on. Keep him off you. Defend against Lamb. Porter, slow him down for Engelhardt, please. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not even that. In fact, Lamb's just gone off on one and overtaken us all. Yeah, Engelhardt's not having this. Get him. We need to beat these in team standings. Right. This is a bit early for Porter. In fact, I'm going to go on the mediums. Yeah, people on the dries now. That's a bit early for them. That is D'Oster as well. That is D'Oster. D'Oster's messed up. They've messed up his strategy. I mean, we're coming in a bit early ourselves, but in fact, hang on a minute. D'Oster has come in with 12 laps to go with 11 laps of fuel. He has to pit again, and he's in overtake mode. He has to pit again. He has to pit again. So Engelhardt's got a good chance if he finishes this race to really go home on that drivers. I mean, people pitting now can't push at all, so they might have to pit again as well. It's so cold, the wet's actually going on bloody cold. You're coming in next lap for some mediums. How's there only 11 laps remaining? There's 11 laps now. It's 10 laps remaining game. There you go. We'll go full because then he can push. You can go overtake though. No mistake. For Porter. But I'm not gonna... See, everyone behind him's pushing. They're gonna have to pit again. I think Engelhardt's got the right strategy here though. It's like, yeah, they can overtake me, but on overtake mode, you're going to have to conserve at some point. And there's no point in pushing medium on dry tyres on into tracks. It affects them a lot more. I'm going to take a risk with him and say not to pit again. I'm not going to fight that. Oh my god, there's 3 cars coming out right with each other. Ah, there you go. Suck it, Gerard. And Clark will get past Porter because he can attack a bit. Engelhardt trying to help his teammate there, but he can't do much. There's only so much you can do when they're going to overtake mode. Because they do have the fuel for it. Well, we will go high to start off with. I mean, the is 9 seconds ahead, probably has to pit again. He's only a normal one now, so... The Batista's on the softs, so those tyres won't last either, if he's going to push. So I think we can actually do really well here, actually. If we don't... Barring any mistakes. Because Batista can try, but he won't have the tyre wear to last. You know, Porter's got a bit of a gap between 13th... Between 12th time. You know, Batista stays on overtake for too long, he won't have the fuel to finish either. Push high with Porter, we'll start to defend against Tang. Well, the tyre weight isn't exactly amazing, but it can go to like 10%. Meadows on Inters still. In fact, Santana's in bona fide second position at the minute. Yeah, Batista's pushing. If he overtakes, he's gonna have to pit again anyway. I'm not too bothered about that one. Oh god. Yeah, Batista's pitting again, I think. So I think the Oster will probably have to pit again as well. Or he's finishing this race on low. On low. The car ahead of Engelhardt is conserving. Not backing up, but is conserving. See, these lot I don't have to pit again because the tyre wear anyway. See, Batista is conserving his tyres, so he's not going to be too aggressive. He is actually holding up Lamb. Porter's got a bit of a gap to Tang. But I think some cars are pitting again. We should be able to go the rest of this race. Well, you're going to conserve for a bit. Your tyre wear's a bit shit. Both have excess fuel anyway, so... In fact, it's actually caught to Lamb here. A bit of a train developing. Come on. Can't defend that, I haven't got a tyre wear. I'll give him high. He's got excess fuel. Oh, of course, tank starts to conserve now that he's got past Porter. Well, we have got the tyre heating at least. I'm probably tyre out at this point. We'll push with both cars actually. These have got to pit again though. They haven't got the tyre wear for it. So potentially Vananen could be in first here. Although Chu's tyre wear's a bit shit as well. Engelhart's tyre wear should be fine. At Porter's, I don't know. Nope, we're not pitting again. Engelhart was fighting for 6, but I think Chu's reacted to it. No, he hasn't. I know you have, but that's because you suck. Well, your car sucks, to be fair. These have got to be pitting again. Yeah, they are, and that's the repair. D'Oster is pitting. Can Engelhart get ahead of D'Oster? Of course, they can come out on softs and really push. But they are going to be behind cars. John Stitter has not fixed her issue. That's a bit of a risk. Chu has gone all out there. He was on. You need to conserve. Porter in 8th, 9th now. So D'Oster's really messed that one up. They messed it up, messed him up for him. Engelhart fighting for 2nd place. There's not much I can do with Porter. His tyre wear is all shot. Engelhart's is not though. So in the final lap, we'll speed it up. Can he catch up to this Vexala car? Got Santa Ana behind him. You can't defend though. He hasn't got the tyre wear for it. That's embarrassing. Beaten by Santa Ana, who was 3-stopping. First for Vexala, 2nd for Levingston Motors. People are running out of fuel, so we actually take over Chu there at the end. Say that too long. That's a big race for us. I think we've won that again. Because Vexala were down here. We have won that. Easy. The winner, Vananen in the Vexala. 2nd place, Engelhart. That's a big race for him because he's going to gain about 10 points on the drivers. He may have just about won this Drivers' Championship, but we've gained 3 times in a row now, or 4 times in a row on the constructors. The rain didn't really help us there. In fact, it hindered us because we had to come in too early with Porter with our strategy. But Engelhart in 2nd. Levingston Motors, 2nd driver, Max Porter, down in 9th. But to be fair, he's had 2 good races. 9th with his car, the car like he has is still very good. But Predator being a big shock there. He got beat by Santa Ana with 3 stops, which shouldn't have happened. But I think that's my mistake. I should have pitted him. I should have controlled his fuel a bit better and pitted him the lap after. He could have pushed a bit more. But what are you going to do? He also down in 11th, so Engelhart gains 9 points on him. Vexala were battling us for the title. They've got 27 points. We've got 31. So we've gained on them. I think there's also Octane. Or was it was Silver. It was Silver. And they've got what's... Yeah, they haven't got a lot of points at all. I think that's 4 podiums on the trot by Levingston Motors. That's alright. So another 2nd place finish. Engelhart gains... If there was take away double points for the last race of the season, Engelhart is champion. Engelhart would be champion right now. But with double points, Batista would have to finish, what, 14 positions ahead? No, 13 positions ahead of Engelhardt. So, excluding the fastest lap, if Engelhardt finishes above 13th position, he will win the drivers. If I've got that right. So a top 10 finish for Engelhardt, which he always gets, should be enough to win. So we get double points as well. And we go into the last race of the season, 41 points clear, with 300 points bang on. Had it not been double points, we'll be champions. We'll be champions. If we lose double points, screws us. We should be champions right now. Because I think the most you can get is 41 points. Because fastest lap is 2, 20 plus 19 is 39, plus 2 is 41. You are there. And of course, we will finish bottom 2, we'll get 3 points. They can't catch us. Take away double points, we are champions. But no, we've got to make things exciting for the final race. Let's just do 10 races with one. It's a stupid game show bullshit. Where it's like the only thing that matters is the final round. I hate that. But with the gap that big, a decent race for Levingston Motors in their home Grand Prix ultimately is enough to win anyway. So we are now favourites to win this championship. Because I do believe last season most teams went for a 3 or 4 stop strategy, and we couldn't really take advantage of that because that engine was so poor. But with spec engines now, we're going to be up there at the front. So we get first overall. I think Potter's Focus has gone up 1. It might have gone up last time, to be fair. Is morale's gone down? What? Why has it gone down? Is it because it's a lot worse than normal? You can't get podiums all the time, dude. That's annoying. How's that work? Nothing went wrong. Whatever, dude. Phoenix, the title decider. There was a mistake in the pit crew, I do believe. It must have been you. Who was it? Who was getting fired today? Anna Corduroy. Yeah, her. The stats are good though. I can't make my team worse again. We're 5th on the grid now. So we need tyres and refuel for that one. Well, your tyres and refuel's not great. In fact, it might be better to hire people that can't make a mistake. (11 and 6, 12 and 3. He's on 10 tyres, but we've fixed into 13. He needs replacing. He has high stamina though, so there's no point in actually like hiring a new guy for him. What do you do? Rear jack 14. Okay, what we'll do is do that and do that. He's a bit less on front and rear jack, but it's 0% chance of making a mistake. It's him. I need to replace tyres. Tyres. It's gonna have to be you. Yeah, it is. What's his anyway? He's pretty bad actually. 177, 10, 12, 11. Yeah, I'm gonna hire. Who am I replacing here? Gwynwys. That was actually 200 bits still. What's my worst one? Well, you're terrible. You're terrible. You can do a rear jack though, so you can swap him out. You, on the other hand, Dan Aldrich. I think we'll probably show actually. Dan Aldrich, where is he? Oh man, right. So better tyres, better front jack, better rear jack. Not as good refuel or rear fixing parts though. But he doesn't have good stamina. Right, where's this new guy? Must be at the bottom, I bet. See, sometimes you got to do that, just hiding people, so you can get rid of that mistake chance. Something it's a bit annoying. I wish you could have more in recovery than you do get. Because without replacing people, it's pretty much impossible to get anything better than this. Better than what I had there. Look at. See, man is 23% on average. So Nurse Perk halves. It halves the condition degradation, or however you want to put it. But only 23% on average. That means it finished in the 40s most of the parts, which means I could rate strip them another 10%. I mean, another 10% is 30 performance. That could be enough to win the race. You just don't know. What they're going to say. Your driver, Fogger Engelhardt, has won the title. No, he hasn't. Yeah, he's done great. Has he won? I don't think he has won. No, he hasn't, because it's double points. It's double points. It's for a fact. Double points. Bonus points. Double points for the final race of the season. So yeah. So the most someone can get for winning the race is 40 points, not 20. So it's 44 points they can get maximum. But if Engelhardt comes in at the top 10, he's won anyway. So yeah, that interview is stupid. She should be fired. That's how I fix mistakes. I get rid of them. Just go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Some more Let's Play Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors.